Is what it is. It's TikTok. It's the internet. So come on over and tell me what a piece of shit I am. I'm sitting here waiting. Trizzle, this is Trizzle, this is Grizzle, this is Drizzle, this is whoever you want it to be. I'm right here. So if you're scrolling the FYP and people are waiting on me to come in there live, it's not going to happen. But I'm sitting right here. And one at a time, you can come in the box and tell me what a piece of shit I am. I really don't care. Let's just get it over with, because what we're not going to do is play this gang shit. I don't need a gang. Y'all showed up last night whenever I was live. So come on. Come on over. Tell me what a piece of shit I am instead of sitting in 15 different lives talking about me. You know who you are. So come on. Come have a conversation with just me. Won't be nobody blocked. Won't be nobody muted. You can come up in a box one at a time. And we will have the conversation. Whatever conversation you want to have. Whatever you want to accuse me of. You're scrolling your FYP. Let them know I'm sitting over here by myself live. Nobody else going to get in the box except for people who want to get in the box one at a time. Because there's not going to be any screaming, fighting, none of that stuff, talking over people. Come tell me what I did. Come tell me what I said. You want to be first, Savage? You want to be first, Savage?
Hello, good evening.
Hey.
So I have a question. My
Okay.
question is, so when I leave your lives, I've never had a problem with you. Make that very clear.
Hmm.
I've never spoke on you behind the scenes. I've never mentioned you. I just haven't been around. Like you said, I came in the live on New Year's, said happy. I don't have a problem, right? Your
Right.
beef with other people is not my beef. It never is. That's how I am. My question is, I don't even know your first name. Your real
Right.
life first name, I don't know it.
Right.
So my question is, I didn't see proof. I don't know yet. That's why I'm asking you. Did you tell Brittany that I sent her your information?
That's what I was told.
Okay, may I know who told you that? Because if they're telling you the truth, then you shouldn't be afraid to say who told you that, right? Because the
So
the person who did it and how Brittany got the information was Justin J Baby's live and said it was them and said how they got it. It had
and
nothing to do
that's
with me.
it, but that's not true because it has never been posted on my TikTok. It
Something
has
about
never.
flowers. Did you have a video
Yes,
with flowers?
yes, but no, I did not. I did not. Last year on my birthday, Aaron sent me flowers. I was on live. Somebody
I
wanted to
remember
see the
that.
flower. Somebody wanted to see the flowers. I turned my camera on. I pointed them at the flowers for 5 seconds, shut my camera off. There was never a video posted. There was never anything posted on my Facebook or on TikTok. It was a year ago. My issue with it is that's my address where my old office was, where my disabled nephew now lives.
Yeah, see, I don't even remember to be on everything. I don't even remember what state you're in.
Well, there
Is it
was
like
people.
Kentucky?
No, I live in Indiana. There was
Yes.
there was people that were taking screenshots,
You have to
and
remember Serenity comes back all the way from Tish days and Sam I Am days.
Serenity wasn't in my life. I
But
know
I'm
who
just
Serenity is. I
yeah,
know. I
she
know who
she
she
screen
is.
records a lot, so I don't think she would lie and say she's the one who gave it to Brittany if she wasn't. I don't know, but I personally didn't talk to Brittany to give her to her, and I don't know it, so I definitely wasn't me. And J Baby don't know you neither, so
Okay. Well, I asked a couple of people, and I said, "Would Savage have done that?" And they
and I don't
they
do
were like,
real
"No,
life
I don't
stuff.
think she would do that. I don't think she would have it. Whatever."
Yeah, no.
And I was just. Brittany said she knew who it was, but Brittany wasn't. She told me that if I guessed, that she would tell me. I was just throwing names out there with people I'm recently beefing with because it's recently came up within the last 4 weeks.
Yeah. So one I don't do real life. I did real life one
Hmm.
time only, and I regret it and I wish I never did it, and that was with Sassy. I don't do that shit. The internet isn't that important to me. And J Baby didn't like it when it was done to her. She would definitely wouldn't do it to somebody else. So I don't know who's giving you your information, but they should be confronted on giving you falsified information.
Right.
That's not
Right.
right.
Well, it was more like a conversation that you might think about this person, and it was basically people that I've been beefing with recently, and that's all it was. And
Yeah,
I
but I don't
asked her,
have
and she said no, and I was like, okay, that's it. And
and I
then
don't have a beef with you to even do that anyway, so definitely not.
okay, okay. Well, it just kind of seemed like you had a little bit of beef with me because you were the one that said something about me sitting in that box yesterday and not taking up for Gigi and not saying anything.
No, I was the one who said that you didn't have to. I said it. They played the live again today. What I said was the reason why nobody stood up for Gigi is because everyone who was in that box don't get along with Gigi. They stayed on mute. Why would they defend Gigi? It's not their business. I'm the one who said that.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have defended anybody. Somebody Marbles
What I
asked
said
that.
was the hypocrisy is crazy though, because normally, like when you first came over, talking about kids is something you don't condone and you were afraid to
I
ever
don't.
unmute your mic. So it wouldn't have had to been on Gigi. It would have had to been on the kid, period. Like with Serenity, when they started in the box, started talking about Serenity's kid and what Kobe had said or whatever, you spoke up and said, no, 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 we're not doing that. Not while I'm in the box. We don't talk about kids, period. I don't care how old they are. No
Right.
kids here.
So
Right.
why
And
did
that's how you
Serenity
always
come after
were.
me?
And that's how you always were. So when I seen that you didn't say even like that's you know what I mean was crazy to me. But I
Well,
didn't say because not defending Gigi or it's not your business. You're absolutely right. Like it's a catch 22. You know, either I shut up and mind my business or I unmute and say something and involve myself. Either way, you're gonna be fucked. But
right.
what I'm saying is that if that's how you want to be from now on in, then be that way. You can't be like, oh, kids are off limits. I don't like this person because they talked about kids when you sit in boxes while others do it. That's all.
Well,
You could do whatever you want. It's the internet.
to
I'm
be
just
honest,
explaining.
when it was first brought up yesterday, I didn't think what he said was negative, because what he said was is you shouldn't put that negative energy on your unborn child. He didn't raise his voice or anything. And then he said whatever he said later, and I didn't quite hear it, didn't even realize it until later on having a conversation with somebody else, and they were like, "Oh no, it was foul." And I was like, I didn't even understand what he had said, because he wasn't raising his voice, because he was in a store and he was talking calmly, and it was him and Gigi going back and forth. And I was just like, I'm not getting in that shit, because it's not my business. And just like the J Baby shit, by me asking a question, just like the Britney shit, me asking a question, like Britney got pissed off at me over something that I asked a question. I said, "Oh, is that the same one that was on Reddit that had the video where her son was saying the N-word continuously?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, that was all I said about Britney, and that got her on me." So it's like, I need to just keep my fucking mouth completely shut. Don't ask questions, because a lot of these people, and Savage, I know a limited amount of people, because I don't go everywhere on the internet. You know what I
Because the
mean?
reason why I'm going to tell you why it works that way, and I get how you're saying, because you're innocently asking. However, this is how it looks. So if you're saying that, Brittany's going to come and be offended because you're saying it publicly instead of asking a friend privately. So when you say it publicly, there could be 5 new people in the live that didn't know that. Now you just told those 5 people that Brittany's son said the N-word. So you're
Right,
helping pass along
right,
the whatever on her kid. So technically that is speaking on her kid. You understand?
right.
It's fucked up, but
Trust me, I understand now.
it's honestly the
Now,
internet, and you could do whatever you want to,
right,
but some people do shit and then don't understand and then want to be like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't, you know what I mean? So
I get it. I get it.
where with me, I'm not afraid to speak up anyway. If I can be in a live with 9 of my friends, and if I don't like something, I'm going to speak up and say I don't like it. I don't have to tell them, don't say that. I can leave. I'm an adult. I know how to hit that white X.
Right, right,
I leave. I don't tell my friends how to react to anything. I don't tell them what they can and can't say. If they say something about somebody's kid, I will leave.
right,
I'm not
right.
going to be like, don't say that. No, I'm out. I'll
Yeah.
come back later when you're done.
And you know that I don't condone the talking on people's kids, talking on people's dead folks. I don't condone any of that shit. But I was just and what he said after I reheard it, it was foul, and he shouldn't have said it. Like, if you want to go after Gigi, go after Gigi, but don't go after a baby, an unborn baby, because
He
that
even said
does.
worse later on, but
Well, I tried to
at the
go in
end
the
of the
box to answer a question to Marbles, and he kicked me out of the box. And I was like, whatever. All I was saying was, is to Marbles' question that she asked me, I wouldn't have gotten involved if it would have been anybody. It didn't matter if it was Gigi.
yeah,
Now,
like
if he would have spoke on a child, like wished harm on it, whatever, I didn't take it as, at the time, I didn't take it as that he was doing it. And I still don't know if that's what he meant, what his intent was. That was how it was explained to me. Listen,
I
I
get
don't,
it,
I
but
don't want any fucking beef with anybody, Savage.
and I
I,
get that, and then you don't have to have beef with everybody. And the thing is too, like people have to realize too. And when I say this, I'm not telling people how they should act. I'm just giving advice on how I view things, in my opinion. I think that the Power Ranger stuff is absolutely insane, and I know people are tired of hearing me, but that's what happens. Like for instance, Erin inserting herself, and she's not here, I'm just using her as an example. Erin inserting herself about J Baby to have her friends' backs when she didn't know her, that's wrong. You the same thing. I know Corey, I know Kimmy, and I know J Baby. I
right,
am friends with Kimmy and I am friends with J Baby, but I do not get in their shit at all.
right,
I don't get in their shit at all. I've never have. I don't insert myself. I'll be in a box. Sometimes I just leave if it gets too bad. I don't insert myself. I don't defend either one of them.
right.
I mind my business because it's not my beef. It's not my thing.
Well, I had a
So
conversation with somebody today, and I said, from now on, if I'm in a box and somebody has beef with somebody that I don't know who they are, I'm not asking shit on a live. I will drop out of the fucking box, because
right,
this
because
is
what
what
happens
happens.
is your friend gives you one side of the story, so you're automatically like, okay, this is my friend, I'm taking their side. But then people don't realize how stupid they sound when they say things like, why don't you divorce him? She is,
Right,
just as an
right.
example. You don't really know the truth. You don't know both sides. So
No, and
that's
and
all.
and to be honest with you, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know the story of why there was a falling out there. I don't know. I haven't been told that. All I know is that from what she said, that she was still in the house with him, and that was it. That was all I knew. And I thought, well, if it's so bad, why is she still there? Because she has the means. She has a good job. She has the means to leave. And again, it's not my fucking business, but it was just a question in my mind. Because when the guy did it to me, when my husband did it to me at 19 years old, He was in jail the next day and spent 4 years in prison. And I was 19 years old, living on my own and paying my own bills. So, I get it. Some cases you can't just do that. And maybe there's a circumstance of why she can't do that. That's what I said last night. And that's none of my business. But I just asked the question when
I
she
think
was in there. When she was in there, I was like, then why don't you leave?
Yeah, I
You
think she
know,
should come in here so maybe she could have a discussion with you. I'll get down while she comes up so it's one at a time.
I think she should. I think she should because I don't want this shit. I do not want this shit. I do not want this attention. Like, I just don't. I got a phone. I was taking a nap and got text message after text message from different people. You're being talked on here. You're being talked. Serenity's the one that did this. I'm like, why? Supposedly I spoke on Serenity. When did I speak on Serenity or that situation? I don't sit with Colby. Like, I don't sit with Colby. So there would be no reason for me to even have an opinion on it.
Okay, so is there a moderator here that could check?
Opinion on it.
Is there a moderator here that could check your block list? You have JBB blocked. I forgot Robin blocked a lot of people yesterday.
I don't know. Let me. I don't even know how to. Hold on a second. I can do it with my. I don't know. Let me. I don't even know how to. Hold on a second. I can do it with my other phone. Ice a bitch. Not.
Hi, Pookie. Lucky. Oh, yeah, thank you, Miss J. Oh, yeah, thank you, Miss J.
I don't see J Baby on my block list.
Honey Rose.
I don't see J Baby on my block list.
Honey Rose. Well, I shared it to her, so. Oh, she requested. She's here.
Okay.
I'll get down so you. Oh, she requested. She's here.
Okay.
And so you guys could
Okay.
one so nobody feels,
Attacked or ganged up on. Yeah.
Right.
That's why I would rather do it this way.
so you guys could
Okay.
one so nobody feels,
That's why I would rather do it this way.
Hey, I
Hey,
think so many people might have gotten blocked last night because it's
I
when
just
I
went on my
tried.
block list and you're not on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, you only get like 10 or 15 people, and then like you'd have to clear the whole list unless you're off live in order to be able to see it.
Right. But
So,
it shows the last ones.
yeah, no, I just clicked the link on two of my accounts and it says blocked by live creator. So that's from yesterday.
Oh, well, I don't have any idea. There wasn't supposed to be anybody get blocked. But actually, this is a different account because the account that I was on last night got reported and got banned for 3 days. So this is a
Oh,
different account.
well, I remember getting in, but unbothered by you. But that's all right. I'm definitely blocked on here.
Okay.
So you also said that yesterday that J Baby has been talking shit on you for weeks or disrespecting you. And then I blocked you out of Marty's live, right? That's what you said?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trizzle, I promise you, I have no idea who you are.
I don't have any idea who you are.
But
But
you've been talking on me and Marty.
no, I have not. I have
You
not. I have asked
absolutely
one
participate.
question. I asked one question the day that you and Marty came into Corey's live. I asked one
No,
question. I said, then why are you still there? If it's so
Trizzle.
bad, why are you still there?
For which
Why would it
number
be an
one is none of
issue?
your business.
Exactly. You are
That's
correct. You
that's
are
absolutely
100%.
none of your business.
But
None.
your business has been brought to the
Not
internet.
by me. Not by me.
I don't know the story. Like I just told Savage, I don't even know why you had a falling out with Corey. I have no idea. I've never been told that, and I don't care. I don't know why you had. I have no idea. I've never been told that, and I don't care. I don't care.
But Trizzle, if I have to, and you know I've been making videos, if I have to go make videos from the past couple weeks of all the times that you have inserted yourself and talked about my financials, what I'm doing with Marty, all of that, you absolutely have. Please trust and believe that. You absolutely have.
Okay. Was it after like I was spoken on? Maybe
Who spoke on you?
there was a couple of lives that were held, and I was brought up, and I was like, "Why in the fuck am I being brought in this shit?"
Who held the lives?
I think you and Marty had. There was a couple of lives that were held, and I was brought up, and I was like, "Why in the fuck am I being?"
Lives.
I think you and Marty had a live
We last night
Christmas. No, Christmas. Like, and I think my
because
name was brought up when my name was
because of
brought up
what
in that
happened
live.
on Christmas, because you had already been talking about us, right? And then
Had
I
I?
blocked you out of Marty's life. Trizzle, please trust and believe you absolutely have been getting into conversations when I am being spoke on and putting your 2 cents in. I don't know if it's so you could fit in, so you could be
No,
cool, but you can't cry victim
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not crying victim. I'm not
when you're
innocent.
talking shit and you don't know
So,
me.
do you feel like me talking shit is asking a question about somebody that I genuinely do not know?
You
Do
weren't
you feel
Trizzle,
like no?
Trizzle.
Listen,
No, no, no,
give me
no,
a
because you've
second.
talked about my financials and what I spend on Marty, about trips, all this stuff. That's not asking a question. When you asked the question that you asked,
But that's what initially started this. Was I asked a legitimate question, and then there was a video made, and then I commented because it was
okay,
shared
hold
with
on. I
me.
keep getting muted by a moderator.
Do
So
not.
again, this
Okay,
is
I don't
why
know
I'm
who
not
my
doing
mods
this.
are. There was a video made
Hold
with
on. I
me.
keep getting muted. And this
Okay,
is
I don't
why
know
I'm
who
not
my
doing
mods
this
are.
here.
I don't know who
This
my
is
mods are
why
in
I was
here.
doing it in my own live.
Do not mute her. Do not mute anybody. If you are one of my moderators, do not mute anybody. Okay? I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to settle a beef that shouldn't even be a beef because apparently I have inserted myself and made comments and asked questions and I shouldn't have because it's none of my goddamn business. Do not mute her. I will fucking unmod everybody. I don't give a fuck.